Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Tanvi,
Yes, ma'am.
you are head of marketing, communication and content. What do you do there?
Actually, my job is to assist the interns working over there about content writing and teach them the basics of a tidbit of marketing, what I know from my experience.
So what do you know about marketing?
Marketing is all about people. There and then from marketing's M to marketing's G, it's all about people. How you handle them, how you convince them, and how you have the power to persuade them to buy or to sell whatever you want to sell. So yeah.
So is it not about selling, and what is the difference then? Is it about selling or is it about people?
It's about both. How you sell your product, how you procure your good, how you market that good, and how effectively you have the skills to showcase your product.
Okay. So have you heard of Coke?
The
Coke?
Coca, yeah.
Yeah, Coca-Cola?
Yes,
Okay. So there was a very recent controversy about Coca-Cola that happened.
yes.
What was that all about?
Famous footballer, Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo, while in a press conference, he was sitting attending the questions addressed, and all of a sudden he just raised his hand, moved the cans of Coca-Cola, and advised or showcased in front of the camera that you should drink water. He wanted to show that maybe that contains soda or that contains caffeine. You should be more healthy and like stick to water, natural source.
So do you really think water is better than Coke?
Yes, we can live without Coke, but we can't live without water.
Okay. So why is it that Cristiano Ronaldo at the beginning of his career be the brand ambassador or work with Coke, and now he's saying that he will not work with Coke?
Maybe he
Because
got.
then he needed Coke, is that so?
I don't know that the specific point you mentioned prior when he was the brand ambassador, but my take on that is maybe he was short of knowledge about that time about Coke, maybe.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a very interesting take. Okay. So I think he grew in stature and also grew in intelligence.
Yes, like, yeah, it can be the case because no one is all knowledgeable except I think God.
Okay. All right. So Tanvi, you're doing a lot of work on content writing and all of this. How did you get into all of this?
Naturally.
Okay.
It comes to me naturally, no efforts required.
So then why do you want to do MBA? Why not continue with, content writing? It's a brand new field and there's so much to be explored in it. Why don't you follow that? Why are you looking at an MBA?
I feel I have a greater penchant for MBA rather than content writing.
How do you know that?
Last year, when we had lockdown due to the coronavirus, I had full 8 months only devoted to myself, my personal growth, my self-well-being and everything. Following that a particular routine, I realized what my points, where I was weak, where I was strong. I Googled everything like anything, gathered the knowledge, gathered the courage, and got onto the conclusion that MBA is my field, is my avocation, is my calling, rather than content writing.
Okay, so you're going to quit content writing?
No, not at all. I am a person who believes that you should have a career, you should have a goal, a perfect predetermined goal, but you should not be dependent on one thing for your survival.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Tanvi. Tanvi, you are an established writer in national newspaper, Economic Times. Can you talk about Nifty?
Nifty today, today's price of Nifty was approximately 29,000, approximately 29,000, and it's an increase. Today is a boom in the market, and yesterday it was a fall, a bane, but today is a boom.
How is Nifty different from BSE?
Pardon, please.
How is Nifty different from BSE?
I am short of knowledge about it. I'm so sorry.
Okay. What are your plans after MBA?
Okay. I plan, like after doing my MBA, I plan to work, do job, or like I'm not so sure, but what I have in mind is I'll do job for some time, for some years, build, save, explore, learn, and evolve as a person, gain the market strategies, gain everything, plan accordingly and everything. And after that, if my will stands with me, if my universe is with me, I'll definitely go into marketing or enhance, or I'll grow on my own business.
So you're interested in marketing, right?
Yes.
Okay. How will you convert people into your client, into client of your company? A normal person who is currently not your client, how will you convert that into your client?
I think the best marketing strategy that a person can be convinced or persuaded is mouth advertising. Nothing can be better than that. Obviously, we have social media, everything, but if a client is physically present, we have to give a presentation, we have to address the client personally, or someone has to address them. We can do a very nice guerrilla marketing because it's very effective, it sticks, it's very creative, it's very unique in its own way, and there are high chances, high stakes that the client can get convinced if you have the honesty in your product.
You mentioned leadership skills, right?
Yes.
Give me a situation where you have acted as a leader.
Okay. From my school time, I've been all through active. Like whatever may, in every sport, in every internal assessment, in every internal activity, I was like, okay, ma'am, I'm ready. I'm all about to give in. Even if I lose, I don't mind it, but I have to do it. So following that journey, I realized that I have the capabilities to direct, to not to instruct, but to guide as a leader, not as a manager, because leader has the power to take the whole teamwork or teammates into one direction, and he or she focuses on the long-term perspective rather than achieving the short-term.
That's great. How do you say thank you in French? You mentioned that you know the French language.
Thank you in French. Merci.
Okay, merci.
Yeah.
Merci.
I guess most of the questions have been covered, but I'll try and ask you a few things very quickly.
Sure.
Do you know anything about surrogate advertising?
Surrogate advertising? No, I haven't heard about that term.
All right. You've written that you were interested in stand-up comedy. So, watching or performing?
I have watched as well, and I have performed 2 live stand-up comedy.
Okay, can we get a quick joke from you?
Your enemies would say you excel, and they will spread shit about you. I think they made a PowerPoint.
All right. Okay, so you've written that you've been an established writer in national newspapers like ET, Free Press. What is your beat there? What sort of articles are you into?
Actually, all sorts of newspapers have their own genre, have their own form of following up, and not every newspaper takes the editorial according to what the writer has written. So, for specifically speaking for the Economic Times, they from the editorial page you have to read the prior day, and you have to send the editorial the next day. And the prior day, what one author or one editor has written, you have to read, you have to analyze, and write your own opinion or thoughts about it, and send it to that editor or that.
So you've been writing opinions in the editorials in these newspapers?
Yes, in Economic Times. In Free Press, I present my own views regarding the current affairs, regarding what's happening around the world, and that's all.
So do you think that it's possible to make good money out of writing?
For sustenance or for...
Yeah, because I'm sure you know that Indian parents do not encourage children to take up writing and music and sports as their primary careers. So what is your point of view about writing? If I become a writer, can I make good money, or no, I should, do an MBA and then writing is just another thing on my plate?
I think it depends upon the person's perspective. For me, if I get a strong desire from inside, a burning desire, I'm passionate about it, why not? I can and I should. Like,
Okay,
there are
so-
various authors and various leaders who are writers, who are authors, and not only they write but they convey. They have the power to convince people and everything. So writers are not mere writers. They are speakers and givers, and they implant things in their readers or audience in such a way that writers is a narrow term to describe. So I think
which is fine. My point is that can you make good money only as a writer? Can you pursue it as your full-fledged career? And because these days everybody is writing, especially after the lockdown, everybody is trying to become a Gulzar or a Ghalib.
Yeah.
So then how do you compete and how do you manage in a market where every teen just picks up the pen and starts writing dukhdas about broken hearts?
I think situation after the lockdown has changed dramatically. Being a writer, maybe in the corona times in our locked homes, has gained, has increased. Number of people has increased writing, and I think only career as a writing can be effective if, again,
Okay.
as I earlier mentioned, that if the person has ardent desire towards it.
All right. You've written that you worked as a chief evangelist.
Yes.
What does the term evangelist mean?
It means manager,
The
brand
term-
manager. Chief evangelist means brand manager.
Okay. Do you
Keep
have
in
any
mind.
idea that this word comes from a religion? And which religion is it?
I'd like to make a guess. I'm not so sure. Can I make a guess?
You can.
Is it from Christianity?
Yeah. So what does it mean there? It is definitely not a manager then.
Yeah. In Christianity point of view. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. I think it was good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I have a question, my last and final question. Give me 3 reasons why we should reject you.
Maybe I'm hypersensitive. Like, I get panicked really quickly. I can calm myself, but I get panic a bit.
So are you panicking right now?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm not panicking right now. Yeah, number one. And number two, you may find me short of things you are looking for. That's why. And number three, I'm sorry, I can't think of it right
But you've
now.
already said that we found you short of things that we are looking for. So then should we consider you saying that you've been rejected in this interview?
No, I don't think. From my side, I think I've given my best. Like, I have tried to be at most sincere and spontaneous as I can be. Nothing fakeness, nothing. And I'm like,
What is that one quality that a B school is looking for? Quickly tell us that and then we'll end this interview.
leadership.
All right, thank you. You may leave.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day.